with Shanice. Ooh, in the kitchen with your girl. This food will rock your world. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of Good Eats with Shanice. I am your host for the evening, ShaniceAlisha, and here we have our lovely co-host. As promised, you guys, I am about to start switching it up and we are gonna get into this Tuscan chicken recipe. Like I mentioned on the vlog, I've already done it, but it was so good I had to double it back. Okay, so if you guys want a little sneak peek as to what's coming up on the next Good Eats with Shanice, follow me over on my Pinterest board. I have a board called the cookbook, or is it just a cookbook? Shanice, you just said that. Cookbook? What is it? Anywho, you guys can go over there and get behind the scenes details on what I'm about to be cooking, or if you want to follow the recipes verbatim, because as we all know, I like to kind of modify them a little bit to what works out best for me. You can do so. So I will link my Pinterest down below, but if you just want to search me, it's ShaniceAlisha, just like it is here on YouTube and every other platform that I own. Anywho, get this meal done in 30 minutes or less. It's simple, easy, clean, tasty. You can get it done with the minimal amount of ingredients right there in your home. Now, before we did turn on this camera here today, I washed, cleaned, and pat dried my chicken. That way they're just ready to be seasoned and thrown into our skillet. But before we hop into all of that, can we just have a moment of appreciation for it being 9:30 and me being beat for the gods, my hair being laid, my edges being snatched to go to bed? Okay, who is doing this much to come to their kitchen and film? I need to know because I'm too much, okay? Too much. But I had to compensate for this mustache that's growing in and these nails when you see them, baby. Whew. Y'all already know the drill. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below. Let's talk Tuscan, okay? We can do it with our salmon, our shrimp, our chicken, any type of meat you want.
But y'all know, I'm real quick to go get me a slab of salmon and juice. Make it shake, okay?
Let's spark the conversation down below. Have you ever tried it? Are you gonna try it now that you've watched this? Let me know by the end of the video. Don't forget to join the family if you have not done so by now. Click the bell so you never miss another ShaniceAlisha upload, and I will see you guys at the end of the video, or you know, we might hit the mangoes today, okay? But yes, I will see you guys back for our taste test. Well, how rude of me. I never told you guys what the ingredients were and what we'd be cooking with today. The nerve. You can tell who's been filming a lot, okay? Not a lot of episodes of Good Eats with Shanice. Anywho, we have 2 chicken breasts, not as thin as preferred, but they'll get the job done for today. We have some chopped onion. Yes, I did that by myself before I turned on the camera. Also, we have some sun-dried tomato, minced garlic, fresh spinach. We also have some coconut spread that we're going to use as substitution butter. Use whatever works out for you, sis. We have some half and half, heavy whipping cream, olive oil, and then we have all of our seasonings that we're going to use to get this chicken nice and flavorful, as well as our Tuscan pasta sauce. Ooh, cream sauce, whatever it is. So let's season this chicken. So our first seasoning is black pepper. Let's go in with it. I like to use a Z motion. Use as much or as little as you would like. Next up, onion powder. Honorable mention, garlic powder. Do or die, can't live without it, paprika. And we cannot live without our Tony's Original Creole seasoning. Now, comment down below if you use Tony's and you can do it without sneezing and or coughing after you sprinkle, because baby, we just had a whole attack off camera, okay? Now I'm just gonna flip them over and we're going to do the exact same thing to the opposite side. Now, since these chicken titties are so big, I'm actually about to go in with a fork and give them a few little piercings every here and there, just to kind of help with ventilation as they cook. You guys can use a meat pounder, or if you prefer, just get a thinner sliced chicken breast, or I mean, cut them in halves if you want to go through all of that work. But yeah, your girl about to take this here fork, and yeah, let's go ham. I think that's enough pulverizing that we're gonna do to the chicken. Let's move to the stove. So we're gonna turn our stovetop to about a little under medium heat. I'm going to coat the bottom of the pan with olive oil, and then I'm gonna go in and put my chicken breast. No worries guys, if you're wondering, we're gonna do each side for about 4 to 5 minutes apiece. Now it never hurt to check just a little bit before the actual time is here. So it's been about 3 minutes and I just want to make sure that my chicken is not burning, so it still looks pretty good, and I'm gonna let that go for another 2 minutes or so. Alright, now it's time to flip them over. Y'all, look at that chicken. Oh my god, I could eat this by itself, baby. Wow, y'all, that is literally cooked to some type of perfection. It just looks so good. So because I have trust issues, I'm just flipping my chicken over another good little time and kind of just giving it maybe a minute or so on this side as well before I take it out. If you have a thermometer and you have another way of checking your chicken, do what works out best for you, boo. Most times I do not like to cut into the chicken while it's cooking and or before, because that kind of dries it out. And no kind of, it dry it out, so don't do it. Alright, so now I'm gonna go in and just remove my chicken. So now I'm gonna remove my skillet from the heat. I'm gonna drain this remaining oil and residue. No, I'm not gonna wash it out because we want kind of like that chicken flavor and those little, you know, extra cooked pieces to stay in there a little bit, but you will not have any use for all of this olive oil. So like I mentioned, you wanted to kind of leave some of that residue in your pot because you want your sauce to have a little bit of character. But if you want to start with a clean skillet, you can. I'm not judging you, sis. Do what works out best for you. So now I'm just going to turn the stovetop down a little bit because it's still nice and warm, and it's going to melt my butter nicely as I caramelize my onions and then add in my minced garlic. Roughly to measure, I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of my substitute butter. So that was a test to see how hot my skillet actually is, and it's pretty warm, so I'm gonna give it a second to kind of cool down, maybe turn it down a little bit more before I go in and add any other ingredient outside of my butter. So you want to caramelize your onions, just simply taking them from a crunchy to more soft and see-through type of texture, because this isn't the dish where you want them to really stand out. They're just here for the flavor. If you don't like onions, you can skip this step. Now I'm going to go in with our minced garlic. So for measurements, I used about 2 teaspoons of the minced garlic, and then I did about maybe, I don't know, a third or what, a little fourth? I don't know. I did a small portion of an onion. So everything is coming along nicely, and I'm just gonna go in with the sun-dried tomatoes because you just want to kind of gradually add everything in steps. Season up that butter that you put down because that's going to be the foundation to a good dish, honey. So this is the brand of sun-dried tomatoes that I use. They're already pre-cut and they do have a juice in there that add a nice flavor to your dish as well. So I'm gonna pour a little bit in there for the extra shenanigans. You don't have to, but I will. Just a little. That's all you need. Just a little. What happened? What happened? Oh my god. I cannot make this up, y'all. I swear. 1 second. What happened? What went on? You in time out. All right, you guys. We're back and we're better. Now y'all know we got about a whole bag of spinach and it's gonna look like nothing by the time we add it in here. So let's go ahead in with our spinach so it can wither away before we get into the fun part. So I'm just gonna mix it up so it can get all in those extra juices from the butter and the sun-dried tomato oil. And if you need a call in for backup.
And before you even leave that comment talking about I'm lazy, don't judge me, judge your mama.
Do what works out best for you, sis. We just trying to make sure the process goes nice and smothered, covered, and loved like it's supposed to, okay? But as always, come in and periodically check on your food. Stir it and mix it up occasionally. Let it know that you have not forgot about it. Where did all that spinach go, huh? Look at it. Gone. Now that's what you call, if you can't take the heat, stay out the kitchen. So now this is nice and consistent with what we want it to be for our dish as a whole. So now I'm gonna go in with the stars of our show, which are the heavy whipping cream and the half and half. The only reason that I modified it and added in the half and half was to give a balance. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with cooking with it, but when you warm it up the next day, it really kind of changes its state from a milk down to an oil. So the half and half really balances it out. And also, if you did want to add cheese to kind of thicken up your cream sauce, you can do that as well. I did not find it necessary for this particular recipe. So that was a cup and a half of heavy whipping cream. Now I'm gonna go in with half a cup of half and half. Now I'm gonna season our sauce with a little bit of Tony's Creole seasoning, black pepper, and garlic powder with a hint or maybe just a pinch of paprika. Now I'm gonna turn my stove up back to about medium and let this kind of boil just a little bit with the lid on. So now, once you've brought that to a boil, you're going to remove your lid and simply stir your ingredients. Then you're also going to turn your stove down and allow it to simmer just a little bit before you go in with your chicken. And it also wouldn't be me if I just didn't go in with a little paprika, because I feel like we need some color, baby. So now if you did want to add in cheese, this is a really good time to do so, to take your cream sauce from being just saucy to more cheesy. I would prefer Parmesan cheese, maybe about 1/4 of a cup to just a pinch. You wouldn't need a whole lot because you don't want it to overpower the actual creaminess of this dish. So be like me, sis, and don't use no cheese. But if you prefer to, do what you gotta do. right, so time to add our chicken right on back in. So I'm just gonna kind of nestle it there. Put it right here as well. And then I'm just going to shower it in love, really get that cream sauce on it, get it mixed in. So now I did turn my stove up back to medium to kind of boil out some of that heavy whipping cream, because as I mentioned before, it is going to change its state from a milk down to an oil eventually. So this is just going to help the process, and then also warm your chicken back up if it did lose any of its temperature while we were making the cream sauce. Alright, so I took some time to wash dishes, maybe about 5 to 7 minutes or so. Let that kind of take place, and now I turned off the heat. I'm gonna let it cool down, kind of simmer, do what it has to do before I go in for a bite. So I'll see you guys in a second. Wow, you guys, this is legit what we're about to go in for a bite of. Oh my god, this, y'all. Alright, you guys, we're about to go in for a bite. Oh my god. Hold on. Let me just hold on. Cause I need to break me off another piece. Oh my god, y'all, this is, oh my god, it's too late to eat the whole thing. Shanice, don't start it tonight, please, please, please. Oh my god, y'all, y'all, I gotta run. I might need to run, cause y'all, the chicken so seasoned, this sauce so good, like. You can eat it alone. Let me, hold on. I need to call my mama. I need to tell her to pull up so I can slap the shit up out of her, man. Cause this right here. Oh my god. Oh!
Oh my god! Chicken is cooked to perfection. It's juicy. It's just...
Well, you guys, that wraps up today's episode of Good Eats with Shanice. By the reaction alone, y'all, this dish is that dish. Stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. Hop in the car, fasten your seatbelt, keep me on the dashboard, get to the grocery store, or go to Instacart, order your groceries, and then make this recipe. I want to hear about you making it. That's it. I want to hear about you making it. Come back to this video, comment that you made it down below. Let me know how it turned out, or tag me in your Instagram posts and or stories, because I need to know how much of a success it was, because it's just that good. It turned out better than the last time I made it, and I'm so glad I doubled back, made those modifications, and remade it, because you guys, bon appetit. This is good. I can't wait for lunch tomorrow. I'm about to go to sleep, so I could just, let me take this makeup off. Let me go, because that dish right there, you can actually add a side of pasta and or rice, but I really feel like it's enough where it's at. It's, y'all, finger licking good, okay? If you are allergic to any of the ingredients in this dish, you can make modifications based upon your personal preference, and use real butter if you are allergic to tomatoes and you're unable to use that leftover oil from the jar, because y'all, Every little bit of that is just, I needs that. So you guys know the drill. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below. Don't forget to run to the grocery store and or order your groceries online. Get them delivered. Go to curbside, pick them up so that you can make this recipe right in your home. It doesn't matter what brand you use as long as you follow those measurements for the half and half and the heavy whipping cream. Sis, girl, good night. Okay, so I will see you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button, tap the bell, join the fam. You already know we on the gang, road to 100K. I'll see you guys later. Peace, guys.